I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They will throw on first down with Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. First carry for Corey Clement. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, they go with Clement again. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 55 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 88 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to...
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. They'll run with Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 16. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 83 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 21-0 our score after 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They're going to run the draw here with Clement. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 53's the mic. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
It got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun is Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And now another one thrown incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort, so maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Check 53. I got one.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Maybe a front. Frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the curl.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Blue Dan. Check.
On 2nd down, Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's...
And he's going to go down again.
Joe Burrow sacked.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Bengals 3.
Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Here we go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Colts to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Julian Blackmon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
First down pass.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
59. Bring it. Bring it.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a handoff to Clement. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Tate. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Auden Tate, his third touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half. They wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were...
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
You.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Joe Burrow sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go. Mike, check. 59. I'm going to run you.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now Burrow loses the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
That's
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Oh, no.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
59. Mike's 59. I'm coming for you, son.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by Hollister. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Handoff. This is Clement. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Wants to run.
At the 34-yard line.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
First down. Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
I got tripped this side. I got tripped this side. We got 3. We got 3.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd, the 30, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All day. All day.
He'll drop to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be... second down. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Come to my work. Check. 53's mine.
Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Eason. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They're going to try and throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, 73 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive,
What's the deal,
and there's
y'all?
really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Roberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Being chased out left.
Come on, man. Set the tone.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
I got you. I got you.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run again with Clement, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. They needed a lot of yards there. They run it and come up just a little bit short.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to the defense, because they didn't back off and play so loose that there was room to run. They were right there and stopped it for no gain, even in a long yardage situation.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
70 Lions. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together.
1st and 10, Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Campbell making the catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going back.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Crunch time, defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our field.
Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jacob Hollister. Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Is good.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
16-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get
From the gun is Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
That's not good enough, man.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Mike 54. Come up the ball hard. Cowboy 80.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. All right.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Taken in at the 3.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And
that's caught inside the 35. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for Indy. 85 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll